one man walked the earth performing miracles that defied the laws of nature and captured the hearts of millions. This is the story of Jesus Christ, the miracle worker. From turning water into wine to raising the dead, Jesus' miracles were not just acts of power, but demonstrations of love and compassion. His journey was marked by miraculous signs, each more astonishing than the last. At a wedding in Cana, Jesus performed his first recorded miracle. With a simple command, he turned water into wine, showcasing his authority over nature and his desire to bring joy into our lives. Jesus' compassion knew no bounds. He healed the sick, restored sight to the blind, and made the lame walk. Each miracle was a testament to his divine power and unending love. One of Jesus' most notable miracles was feeding the 5,000 with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. It was a miracle of provision, showing that with faith, even the smallest offerings can be multiplied. In a display of his dominion over the natural world, Jesus walked on water. When his disciples were struggling against a fierce storm on the Sea of Galilee, Jesus walked on the water to reach them. Peter, full of faith, asked to join him and also walked on water until doubt made him sink. Jesus saved him, illustrating the power of faith and the need to trust in his presence even in life storms. But perhaps the most astounding miracle of all was when Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. This act of resurrection was a powerful preview of his own victory over death, offering hope of eternal life to all who believe. As we delve deeper into the miracles of Jesus, we uncover not only his extraordinary power, but also his profound teachings. His miracles were often accompanied by messages of faith, forgiveness, and the kingdom of God. In Mark 2, verse 1 to 12, Jesus healed the paralytic man as his friends lowered him through the roof to reach Jesus, who then healed him. Jesus not only restored his physical ability to walk, but also forgave his sins, demonstrating his authority to heal both body and soul. Perhaps one of the most heartwarming miracles was the healing of the centurion's servant. A Roman centurion approached Jesus, expressing his belief that Jesus could heal his servant with just a word. Jesus marveled at his faith and declared the servant healed from a distance. This miracle highlighted the power of faith and Jesus' willingness to respond to those who seek him earnestly. As we reflect on these miraculous events, we are reminded of the depth of Jesus' love and the extent of his power. Each miracle was a sign pointing to his divine identity and the transformative power of faith. If these stories inspire you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Jesus' lifestyle was marked by simplicity, humility, and a profound connection with God. He often withdrew to solitary places to pray, emphasizing the importance of communion with the Father. His mannerisms were gentle yet authoritative, his teachings both challenging and comforting. In understanding Jesus' miracles, we gain insight into his character and mission. They were not mere displays of power, but revelations of his identity as the Son of God, his compassion for humanity, and his call for us to believe and follow him. One of the most profound aspects of Jesus' miracles is the way they connected him with people from all walks of life. From the wealthy to the poor, the educated to the unlearned, Jesus' miracles transcended social and economic boundaries, bringing hope and healing to all. Let's also talk about the woman with the issue of blood. For 12 years, she had suffered, spending all she had on doctors who could not help her. With a single touch of Jesus' garment, she was healed instantly. This miracle demonstrated Jesus' sensitivity to individual faith and his willingness to restore those who reach out to him in desperation. Jesus' authority was the raising of the daughter of Jairus, a synagogue leader. Although she was pronounced dead, Jesus took her by the hand and said, "Talitha cum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." She immediately got up and began to walk around, leaving everyone astonished and filled with awe. These stories are more than historical accounts. They are testimonies of faith that continue to inspire us today. His miracles were often accompanied by acts of teaching, where he imparted wisdom and guidance to his followers. Whether through parables or direct instruction, Jesus used every opportunity to reveal the truths of God's kingdom. The miracle of the Transfiguration, where Jesus' appearance was transformed and his clothes became dazzling white, was a pivotal moment. Accompanied by Moses and Elijah, Jesus was revealed in his divine glory to Peter, James, and John. This event underscored his divine nature and his fulfillment of the law and the prophets. In the town of Nain, Jesus encountered a funeral procession for a widow's only son. Moved with compassion, Jesus approached the bier and said, "Young man, I say to you, get up." The young man sat up and began to speak, and Jesus gave him back to his mother. In another significant encounter, Jesus healed a man born blind. After making mud with his saliva and placing it on the man's eyes, Jesus instructed him to wash in the pool of Siloam. The man obeyed and came back with a fully restored eyesight. This miracle sparked a debate among the Pharisees about Jesus' authority and identity, ultimately revealing him as the light of the world. Jesus also showed his power over physical disabilities through the healing of a deaf and mute man. By putting his fingers in the man's ears and touching his tongue, Jesus sighed and said, "Ephphatha," which means, "be opened." Immediately the man's ears were opened and his tongue was loosened, allowing him to speak plainly. This miracle highlighted Jesus' ability to restore communication and connection. These extraordinary events remind us of the boundless compassion and power of Jesus. One of the more unique miracles was the healing of a man with dropsy, also known as edema, a medical condition characterized by the accumulation of excess fluid in the body's tissue. Jesus performed this miracle on a Sabbath in the house of a prominent Pharisee. Despite the objections of the religious leaders, Jesus took hold of the man, healed him, and sent him on his way, as recorded in Luke 14, 1-6. Jesus also cast out numerous demons, demonstrating his authority over the spiritual realm. One notable instance was the healing of the Gerasene demoniac. Jesus confronted a man possessed by a legion of demons, commanding them to leave the man and enter a herd of pigs. The pigs then rushed down a steep bank into the lake and drowned. This miracle underscored Jesus' power over evil and his ability to bring profound deliverance. Another nature-related miracle was the cursing of the fig tree. Finding no fruit on the tree, Jesus declared it would never bear fruit again, and it withered immediately. This miracle served as a symbolic act, warning against spiritual barrenness and emphasizing the importance of living a fruitful life in God's service. Even in his final days, Jesus continued to perform miracles. The healing of the ear of the high priest's servant Malchus during his arrest demonstrated his compassion even in the face of betrayal and imminent suffering. The Bible recorded 37 miracles performed by Jesus. Each miracle is a testament to his divine nature and his mission to bring hope, healing, and salvation to the world. Please subscribe to our channel for more inspirational content and share these stories with those who need a touch of faith in their lives. Thanks for watching. Shalom.